guys, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by and for visiting me again. Today I will be doing, you can say, my first life after maceration video. These are fragrances I was not very happy with when I got them. I thought something was missing and some of them were so hyped. And the way the fragrances reacted, I said, okay, they have not macerated. One of them I did buy last winter and I am hoping I can wear it this winter. I have been sampling it. It is going in the right direction. Guys, if this is your first time coming across my channel, my name is Wendy. I do perfume, makeup and skincare videos. So if this is a content you are interested in, I hope you would consider subscribing. Also, for my returning subscribers, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and do send me a few comments every now and then. I do appreciate it very much and I enjoy reading your comments, especially if you are using some of the fragrances that I am talking about. The first fragrance on my list, this one, it is from Paris Corner Emir. It is called Frenetic Delicieuse, and this one, it is inspired by Christian Dior. I believe it is Fève Delicieuse. Guys, I got this fragrance last winter. When I got this fragrance, this was not a fragrance that I enjoyed at all. This one, it was very hyped and I saw review after review where everyone said this was such an amazing fragrance. However, when I got this fragrance here, it was not a fragrance that I liked at all. It was more pulling, you can say a bit dated, due to a very green note in this fragrance. It was more like fresh vine and with this powdery accord. It reminded me of this fragrance here, which I did like. It is a Givenchy 3, and this one, it's a vintage fragrance, and I wear it every now and then, but this one also has a very green note. So I decided to allow Frenetic Delicieuse to macerate. Yeah, over the months that I have had it, I sampled it every now and then, and now at this point I think this fragrance has macerated enough and it is where I think it should be. Over the maceration period, this fragrance, it has transformed from, like I said, a green fragrance, a green powdery fragrance, and now it is a very deep sultry vanilla fragrance. It is not what I would call your typical gourmand fragrance. It is now more ambery. The vanilla note, it is quite deep. There is also a very strong tonka bean accord and some deep woody notes, making this perfect for very, I would say, cold fall days and winter. It still has this powdery note, which is at the moment beautiful, because this powdery note combined with what I can explain as a light boozy accord in this fragrance, it does not list any kind of boozy notes, but I do get this accord mixed with the powdery notes and this tonka bean. It is a beautiful fragrance at the moment, and I can see myself enjoying this one in fall winter. Now I can see why so many people love this fragrance, and I am happy I just did not discard this and did a review 9 months ago. This fragrance, it really benefited from maceration. The juice has also gotten darker. So this is a positive end to a very rocky beginning. I mean, it is a very long maceration period. We did have the spring and summer in between, so it wasn't such a problem because I would not have worn it anyway. So this one, I do like it. The next fragrance that I have, this one, it is called Bayan Al-Asrar. This one, it is supposed to be inspired by Amouage Guidance, and Amouage Guidance, it is a fragrance that I have sampled, tried, worn on quite a few occasions. I did not buy a sample. I have been testing it out in the department store. It did not say to buy me. I do have a lot of fragrances from Amouage, but it's a house I have, you can say, moved away from a bit, because I believe the last fragrance that I bought was Ciel, and I traded that one because after the Opus, I believe it was the Opus collection came out, they had a lot of fragrance launches, but the fragrances, they were at best what you could say were mediocre. So I have not picked up much from Amouage, but I am looking at picking up Dia Intense, because Dia, it is one of my favorite rose fragrances. At the moment, it is pulling a little bit, you can say, not dated, but too classy. So I am hoping that the Intense version, it is a bit more modern. I believe it's the 40th year anniversary version, something like this. But anyway, this is Bayan Al-Asrar. I kept the packaging of this one. There is a description of the fragrance, and the fragrance is inside. This is the way the packaging look. It's very nice, very pretty. When this fragrance came out, yeah, it did get a lot of attention. A lot of people liked it and a lot of people did not. But I did see this one on Not Another Perfume channel, and Jamie did like it, and also Adwa. It is like with wine, if you find a wine reviewer where this person's palate agrees with your own taste, then when they review a wine, you know you will most likely like it. I think sometimes it's the same with fragrances. So I did pick this up when it came out, but when I got it at home, it behaved not in the manner that I expected it. I was not able to sense this nutty accord that you do get in Amouage Guidance, and also this one had a very strong metallic note, which at times it overpowered the opening. I do like Nichi pear because this is an ingredient I do use a lot in summer, because I do make my own Korean barbecue sauce when cooking. So I love the aroma of Nichi pear, but when I first tried this, I could only get a metallic note. So I decided I would allow this one to macerate for about a month or two. And then I tried this last week, and of course I was always testing it, and I think at the moment this fragrance is where I want it to be. Bayan Al-Asrar, the top note, it is Nichi pear, pink pepper, and incense. On the German website it says incense. In the packaging it says olibanum, which is pretty much the same. I do not sense a strong incense note in this fragrance, but in the opening, the Nichi pear, this is so beautiful. It is a fresh Nichi aroma, and it does linger for quite a long time. This very strong metallic note that I was getting, it has gone. There is a tad bit of, or you can say it is not a metallic aroma. I believe it is the Nichi pear, and this combined with the saffron and the rose, it is quite nice. In the hard note of this fragrance, the saffron is quite dominant, and the jasmine note and the rose note, they are picking through, but they are not the dominant accords. The rose a little bit more. The base of Bayan Al-Asrar on my skin, it is pulling more woody than vanilla, a little bit ambery, And it is in the bass note that I do get this nutty accord. It is not as strong as Amouage Guidance, but it does come through. When I first got this fragrance, I could not sense any type of nutty accord, if anything at all. At the moment there is some, but it is not very strong. I think this is about 60-70%. Yeah, if you were to compare this to Amouage Guidance, it is their own take on the fragrance, and it is a beautiful fragrance. I think this is probably more geared towards spring, summer, but due to the woody base, this is okay for everyday wear all year round, and it is a nice fragrance, and I will wear this. I mean, it is a fragrance you can spray with abandon. It is not bismuth, but at the same time it does have normal lasting power. Also, I don't think this is really 100% where it needs to go. I do believe when this fragrance ages a bit more, this nutty accord might get a bit more concentrated, so this one might gain a bit more depth. So I am looking forward to this one. I would say probably in the spring next year, in the summer, and I may wear it on the weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, send me a few comments, and hope to see you again soon on my channel. Tschüss!